welcome to another exciting episode of Girls in Football. Because yes, more often than not, a lot of people do not believe that girls do watch football, love football, and actually talk about football. But we are here to tell you that girls actually enjoy watching football, talking about it, and it's not just because of the fine boys. Okay. My name is Freda. You already know this is the 12th Man Show, and I'm joined by, of course, Rachael is in the building, and she's representing Manchester City. Rachael.
Oh, yeah.
At what point did you start watching football? What made you fall in love with football? What was that thing that made you say, okay, I really do love football and I want to be a part of it?
Okay, so I think I started actively watching football in like 2008. But then, generally, I grew up in a football family. My dad used to play defense in Port Harcourt Sharks Stadium. So my mom used to take us to go watch him. My mom is an Arsenal fan. My immediate younger brother is a Man U fan. And the last one, we used to be an Arsenal. The last one used to be a Man U fan. And I was the only Chelsea fan in the family because I fell in love with Drogba. I mean, seeing an African player, I was like, oh my God, I like this person, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's understandable.
Yeah, from then on, I have been a blue and I have not stopped being a blue.
Blue-blooded. But today we're not here to talk about Chelsea in particular because you can see that she's wearing a Manchester City jersey. So she's not representing Chelsea today. I am. But then again, we are not talking about Chelsea. We're talking about general, football updates and all of that. And we're going to be starting with the Premier League table currently, how it's looking like. We're currently in international break or on international break.
Yeah.
Whatever preposition should be there, you add it. So we're currently on international break, and the Super Eagles boys, of course, have come to camp, and we are just expecting to do our playoffs and all of those things.
Yeah,
but let's quickly talk about the Premier League itself. It's the most exciting league, out there that people would definitely watch and enjoy. And a lot of interesting things out of the Premier League. The fact that it's very competitive is one of those things.
Actually.
Yeah. And currently we are seeing the competition because it was looking like it's going to be Arsenal's year. But the way we're looking at it right now,
we have their neighbors creeping in.
This people are not their neighbors, they are their worst enemy. I'm talking about Manchester City. Yeah. Manchester City are now looking very, very solid, and they've started to chase down on Arsenal. What do you have to say about, the way the table is looking currently? And Arsenal being, the way that they are. They are not out of the works yet.
Yeah, I would say it's a very beautiful chase. Because, I mean, from the very start of the season, they did not really start well. So, and a lot of people wrote them off. I, for one, did write them off. I'm so sorry to all Man City fans. But seeing you guys now going for that Premier League title, I must say it's a beautiful one. The coach has done really, really well.
Of course, it's Pep Guardiola. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, and special mention to Haaland. I mean, he's literally carrying the entire team on his back.
Is that Haaland or
at least that's what I think?
Czechia? Because I feel like Czechia has been doing well. Their midfield is beginning to... when they lost Rodri last season, it really, really dealt them.
It was a little bit of
so but currently it's looking as if they have found a replacement for Rodri, and they have also been able to balance out their midfield with the loss of Kevin De Bruyne as well.
I think there was a rumor at the time, I don't know if it's true, that Pep was going through a divorce, and that was what affected the team.
Yeah, it's true. It was true that he was going through a divorce. And apparently, I think they are back together, himself and his wife. I think they are.
Are you serious?
I think there was something about them coming back together. And then, yes, we're now about to see Pep come back to his best form and everything. So, all of these things are just rumors.
Factors, actually.
Yeah,
too many factors.
Them coming back together is actually a rumor. But I think, for real, Pep was affected by...
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
But overall, Man City has done really well. I'm rooting for you guys. I mean, I don't know why, but then I want the best for them. Yeah, so I don't know why. There's a thing with the color blue. Like, I have a soft spot for teams that wear blue. Plus, the fact that if Man City wins, right, they are not braggarts like... our neighbors, Arsenal, annoying neighbors.
Delusional neighbors.
Exactly. When Man City wins, like everywhere is just quiet. They celebrate, quietly. They don't come calling out people and all of that. I love that about them. Like they're so cool, basically. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why.
So do you think that Manchester City would definitely? Are you saying no? Like let's look at the way the table is right now. It's Arsenal with 26 points, Man City with 24 points, Chelsea with 22 points.
Man City 22 points.
I beg your pardon, 22 points, and then Chelsea with 20 points.
Yeah.
So the way you're looking at the table right now, is it going to happen again the way it always happens, where Man City unseats Arsenal and then wins the Premier League for the 7th, 8th time?
Now, I'm going to tell you what. Another reason why I would prefer for Man City to go head-to-head with Arsenal is because I think they have the consistency that both Liverpool and Chelsea lacks. So I'd rather Man City wins. And I know that once they find... They are already beginning to be consistent. So
find their rhythm.
Exactly. So I think if there's anybody that's going to go after that title and overthrow Arsenal, it has to be Man City. I have full trust in them.
So you not anyway. Definitely, I agree with you, because we are not thinking that Chelsea could be competing right now as well. They can. It's possible that you can actually put them in that title race conversation. The only downside to it is the fact that we all know, everybody knows that Chelsea does not have a good defense at the moment.
Exactly.
And
plus
we have heard
and everything that Chelsea
over
has.
and over again. Yes, that attackers will win you games normally because they will score goals and they will do their best, but defenders will win the titles, because if they are definitely leaving the defense porous, then goals will always go in, and that's the end of it.
Which at the end of the day undermines whatever the attackers have done.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Man City it is.
If you say so. But then again, I feel like this should definitely be Arsenal's year. Like, this should be their year. Yes, it's 4 points between them and Man City, but if they can hold strong, because now they are looking like, they have it all together. Very good defense. The defense that everybody all around the world, every team is craving for. They have one of the best defense across Europe's top 5 leagues. We can definitely give that to them. So if they can actually get their heads in the game, not get carried away, and just get their acts together, just lock in, I feel like this might definitely be their year.
Unfortunately, Arsenal, I do not wish you well, and I do not want this to be your year, because you guys, you brag too much for people that do not even have any European pedigree. Nothing
to show.
I mean, the other day an Arsenal fan was saying, "Oh, leave trophies aside. We are better."
How do you leave trophies aside? Trophies are like it's like asking me to cook and leave salt aside.
What are you on about? Because why are you in a competitive sport if you're not going to be going for trophies?
The same way you want to leave the trophies aside, leave this place this instant.
Exactly. So you see,
and which team has been surprising you the most this year? So far, so good. Like in the Premier League,
Sunderland. Where did you guys come from? Excuse you. They have either beaten all the English teams, or at least drawn.
Yeah, with them.
People that just came in from relegation,
they've been going toe to toe with every team.
What is happening? And
that's why I give credit to Manchester United, because I think currently Manchester United are the only side that
have beaten them currently. So far. So you see, Sunderland, I got my eyes on you.
I got my eyes on you. Where are you guys coming from? They are looking like the Nottingham Forest of last season. Nottingham were
except Nottingham Forest fumbled. I think in the last 2-3 weeks to the end of the league.
Yes, but then, definitely. And Chelsea actually benefited from that. Thank you so much, Nottingham Forest. We are
love you.
We love you. We love you definitely. Most definitely we do. So and looking at the way the Premier League table is currently, like we said, there is no reason for Arsenal not to win the Premier League currently, like the way they are looking right now. But we know that it's just 11 games in. Yeah. There are still a lot of games to go. And then what excites you the most about, how the teams are set up, all of the teams?
What excites me the most is the fact that it is a tight competition.
Yeah.
I mean, once you drop points, say you draw, you may fall from second to 11th.
It's just 1 point between.
I'm telling you, the competition is tight. That tells you the intensity of the Premier League, and that is why I will forever say that the Premier League is like one of the top leagues. The only leagues that we are second to is maybe South American leagues. The Premier League is the East thing. I mean, imagine someone just getting a draw for just one match, and you're finding look at what is happening to Liverpool right now.
And they were. Do you know the funniest part is that Liverpool were actually they started the season very well.
Yeah, and they were topping the league for
but
a week
all
or
of a
two.
Sudden,
and then the same thing that happened to Man U and Chelsea. Yeah, there was a time Man U was second, and then I think they drew, and then look at where they are presently.
They're in seventh.
They're 7 right now. Yeah. So the league is so tough that everybody needs to buckle up. You cannot.
The way he talked about Bar, he just reminded me of the fact that
You cannot.
their second position was like view once. It was
View
actually
once.
just blinked my eye like this, and they were down to 7th. I'm like, yo, hold up, what's going on here?
You cannot afford to
sleep up.
lose even a single game or even draw.
Yes.
Drawing is like losing, basically.
At the moment,
At the moment. So I love that for the Premier League. The fact that it is so competitive, so tight. It brings quality to the league, basically. So that's what I think.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. And then again, when you look at the table, this is the last thing I'm going to be saying about the Premier League table. It's like Pep and his boys are running the Premier League currently, because it's Pep. Oh, it's Arteta, his boy, in first position, the master himself in second position, and his other boy being Maresca in third position.
Exactly.
What do you think of Maresca and the way that he's going this season? Do you think Maresca can actually finish strong? Is Maresca that coach? Like, what do you think about him?
One thing I must say is that Maresca definitely learned from the best. I mean, for a championship coach to come to the Premier League and adapt like that,
And win 2 trophies.
winning 2 trophies in his first season, I think that is a plus on his side, and that shows that he really learned from the best. The only area that I think he should work on, I think, has to do with discipline, because I do not think that under Pep,
Players,
red cards will be permitted like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's supposed to be, I don't know, some sort of corporal punishment for such, needless red cards and stuff. But overall, I think the boys love Maresca.
and he's doing well. And the fact that he's unlike Amorim, who will tell you, I am not going to change my philosophy. This is what I believe in. It has to be this way. I have noticed something about Maresca.
Very flexible.
He's very flexible.
Yeah.
In terms of how he sets up his team from time to time. He will definitely rotate players, and he'll tell you why. He wants these players to rest, and then he wants this ones to play, and then he wants to just make everybody happy, which I also feel like might be some difficulty that he's facing, because he wants to just keep everybody happy. He's not playing Esteval,
including
at the moment.
The fans.
Like, he doesn't start Esteval, and you see the way fans come for him and come for his head and everything.
You know, there have been some times when the fans will be like, oh my gosh, he needs to play Gittins. Why is he not playing Gittins? And then, like I said, Maresca he listens to everyone, not just the players, including the fans. And then when he plays Gittins and probably he flops in that match, you see the very same fans complaining, oh, why did you play Gittins? Come on, this is Maresca learning on, like, he's trying on the job, and he's trying to, see how he can make things work, and, try to please both the players and the fans. So I think Chelsea should take it easy on Maresca. The man is doing his absolute best.
I think he is.
Thus far.
Yes, on that I agree with you, that he's doing very, very well currently. I do not have a problem with Maresca personally. I feel like he is that coach for the long term. Like, for the long term.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to take these boys really, really far. If Chelsea fans can calm down and trust him. But I know that that's one trait that we do not have. Not me. I don't have a problem. All I want is win me more games than you give me heartaches.
Exactly.
Let's just win more games and know what we're doing. But a lot of because I know that definitely we might not win the Premier League this season. We might not win the Champions League. But we might just probably win something, like win a trophy, and then we go again next season. That is like my school of thought and my modus operandi. I always want to feel like once you are giving me something to work with, like I can see that you are making effort.
You're making progress.
Yes, you're making progress. And I feel like he's making progress with his team, and all is going well. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's good.
Okay, so let's move on to the Spanish league just a little bit. Let's touch on the Spanish league a little bit. Some players who are standing out currently because of some news updates that we've been seeing. Rodrigo is wanting to leave Real Madrid. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes,
what do you think about him wanting to? Do you want him at Chelsea?
I do not want Rodrigo at Chelsea.
Why not?
I absolutely do not. See, the guy is acting like he is one Ronaldo de Lima or one Ronaldinho.
You are just Rodrigo.
He's giving conditions. Oh, it has to be a team in the Champions League. And not like, guy, can you pipe down low? If you were that good, I mean, you wouldn't be leaving Real Madrid at the time. Yeah. So I think he's all up in his head. He thinks he's,
I feel like for Rodrigo, what I feel is he made a mistake. I think for Rodrigo, what I think is he made a mistake not leaving,
when the ovation was highest.
Yes, and that is like in the last summer transfer window, this last transfer window, because there were a lot of clubs coming for him, and they were saying he wanted to stay back at Real Madrid and fight for his spot. But now he has seen that, it's not going to happen.
There's no way.
He's always going to be benched for Vinicius.
Exactly.
He's always going to be benched for, there is nobody. The coach apparently obviously prefers Vinicius over anybody else.
And rightly
at the
so.
moment. Yes, so rightly so. I do not think rightly so though. I have my reservations about
Really?
Vinicius. Yeah.
Why? I mean,
I have my reservations about Vinicius.
what are the metrics we're using to
fact
judge that?
The fact that Vinicius, he's a good player, don't get me wrong. A very fantastic
Vinicius
player.
is an excellent player.
Very wasteful. Vinicius, pass your ball. He would not pass his ball. That is where I have a problem with him. I hate it when players hold on to ball. Like, no, they want to go home and sleep, like, use it as their pillow. Release this ball on time. Do you know how many times in that game against Liverpool, do you know how many times I kept shouting, release your ball on time, give this ball, let it go. Just, like, he makes the wrongest decisions. He's not, I don't think Vinicius is a very intelligent player.
Oh, really? But I think we shouldn't judge him based off of just the match.
It's not just this match. Like, every time, I feel like
because there's
he's
a
just
reason
this player that is not as clinical as he should be. He is good, like I said. He drives 1v1 is
side
good,
by side,
but that final decision making, he just does not have it. Like, he just does not know how to finally decide to do something good with his.
But then, don't you think that there is a reason? There's a specific quality that Vinicius brings to the table that's making him start over Rodrigo.
Definitely, I know that
So
for
that's
sure.
what we're talking
I know that
about.
for sure. That's
So
what I'm
when you
saying.
place them side by side, when you
1v1,
juxtapose
he's
them-
good, speed, good, and all of that. But when
Thank you.
it comes to him, you know, that final, the final finishing, the icing on the cake, release your ball on time. I don't know, maybe it's like him just trying to be in competition with Mbappe or something. Like, I don't know, there's something going on there. But sometimes he acts as if, yes, he wants Mbappe to do it. The next one is as if.
And that is why I think Vinicius is better. He plays like he has a point to prove. You know, before
And
Mbappe,
he's not helping the
before
team.
Mbappe came on, the number that Vinicius Junior wears, I think he was threatened that Mbappe may take that number. I think he came on social media and did something. Was it that he snapped it or something? And people were like, "Oh my God, he is so scared that Mbappe is going to come on and take his number."
That attitude is not helping the team.
He plays like he has
Something
a
to
point
prove.
to
Exactly.
prove.
And that is what
So
is
that means he would
causing-
give his best.
No,
Or-
I
you think so?
I refuse to
That
agree
means
with
he's
that.
going to bring
When
his best
somebody,
foot forward,
sometimes,
and that is why he starts.
yeah, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works when a
Okay.
player has something to prove. Some other times it backfires, right? Look at Noni Madueke joining us now. He has been trying so hard before his injury, of course. The first few games that he played before he went out injured, he was always trying to, and thereby, of course, he has been putting in good numbers. 1v1, final touch in the final third. Touches in the final third and all of those things that they give him credit for. But he wasn't being productive because he was fighting so hard to prove something to us Chelsea fans and to the Chelsea board and whoever let him go that, you guys, but we have Esteval.
The thing
We're
is,
not missing you.
The thing with Noni Madueke, I don't even think he even wanted to prove anything to the fans. He did not even put effort into doing that. I beg to disagree because, you see, somebody who wants to prove something to the fans will stay back when opposition comes. And his opposition in this situation
That's what I'm
is
saying,
Esteban.
that
He's supposed to stay back
on his own
and let the fans know who runs the show, but
on
he
his
did
own.
not. He
did not.
chickened
Ran
out.
away. Yeah, exactly.
He's literally a
He
coward.
ran away on his own. That one is between him and his
And then
running
talking
away.
about he wanted to prove something. Somebody that scores a hat trick in one game in the season and does not score again throughout the season he's not playing like he has something to prove.
That's what we're saying. We're not talking. I'm not.
You
Talking
know,
about,
he is
I'm not
so-
talking about. I'm not talking about Noni Madueke now at Chelsea. I'm talking about now that he has.
He has gone to Arsenal.
Yes, I'm citing
Oh,
an
okay.
example that most times, more often than not, when players play like they have
something to prove, it backfires.
It backfires.
Okay, yeah.
There's an
I'm
advantage
gonna agree with you on
and a
that one
disadvantage.
when you
Yes.
talk about
Also,
him being in
Garnacho.
Arsenal,
Garnacho
yeah.
coming to Chelsea had something to prove. And you see that the first few games that he played, he was messing up.
Yeah.
But as soon as he let himself just, play his game
Play
and
his
just
heart out.
now he's getting better. He's getting there.
Okay,
So
okay.
most times it doesn't really work that way. Vinicius wanting to prove something is wrecking, like
It's hurting his game.
impacting the team in a bad way, like in a
Okay.
rather bad way. I do not think that is a good attitude to have. You should play for the team and not just for yourself. And that is what I'm saying when I say I do not really feel him at the moment. Vinicius is good. He has always been good. Joining Real Madrid, the first few years in Real Madrid, he was really this player that we always looked up to and say, yeah,
But
this
we've got
boy
to
is
give it
doing
to
well.
him because
But
for
right
him
now,
to have been able to retain form from then until now, it's not something that you see often.
Yeah.
It's very special players that are able to do that.
That's true.
So I give it to Vinicius he has really done well.
I'm happy for him that he has done well, but he should just try and improve it.
Just don't be stingy, don't be greedy. Finishers, that's what we're saying.
Parts of his game. So yeah, we are going to play a quick game because we are about to wrap this up.
Ooh, okay.
And this game is like quite fun. I think we probably would
Let's
have to
get into it.
Let's get into this.
I'm ready.
So I have selected a few of the best midfields in the world currently. Like the midfields I feel like, okay,
I think you're going to win me on that.
Midfields I feel like are actually doing well. They're not bad, especially when you look at the quality that is in the midfield. Talking about how much the midfield costs and okay the way that they've played together as midfielders and everything like that. So we are looking at the PSG's midfield: Vitinha, Neves, Fabian Ruiz, versus the Chelsea midfield, where we have just two midfielders running all of the shows actually. But from time to time we also have maybe like a Reece James inverting or getting into the midfield to work as well, or there's a Romelu Lavia, or there's an Andre Santos. But let's look at Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. So taking Chelsea's midfield currently versus PSG's midfield and then Liverpool's midfield. I know that there is a Florian Wirtz in that midfield who is currently not doing so well as people would have thought because of the price tag, the price tag that he has. So which are you going to bench? Which midfield? Let's say you have these three midfielders up for grab. You bench one, you sell one, and then you play one.
Okay,
which one would you play? There is Enzo Fernandez. There's Caicedo. Let's just add Reece James to that. We've seen Reece James playing midfield this season, and he's been all right. He's been all right. Then for Liverpool's midfield, we have Florian Wirtz, we have McAllister, we have Szoboszlai. Or no, let's do it like this: Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, and Gavan bench. Then we also have then we have Neves, Ruiz, and Vitinha. So which are you benching? Which are you selling? Which are you playing?
I'm selling Liverpool.
Oh, why?
I'm benching Chelsea.
Why are you selling Liverpool?
And I'm playing PSG midfield.
So you bench the Chelsea midfield.
Yes.
You bench Caicedo and Enzo currently.
Yes.
And then you play Neves, Vitinha, and Ruiz.
Yes, and I'll sell.
Tell us why.
In terms of quality, I think the team that has shown grit, more vim, has to be the PSG midfield. Let's forget what Chelsea did to them. That team dominated and won 5 trophies in a season. You do not get to do that without having a formidable midfield, okay? And from how inconsistent we see Liverpool's
midfield currently.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer that they have to go. So yeah, and then
but now it will be unfair to judge. Now it will be unfair to judge Liverpool's midfield by now, and then you're judging PSG's midfield by last season.
Even presently,
okay.
I feel like PSG's midfield can go toe to toe with Chelsea's midfield and even Liverpool's midfield. Right now, as we speak, even with the injuries and all.
I do not agree, but because this is a game, we're not supposed to argue too much. I'll let it go.
I mean, what do you guys think?
I do not agree.
Guys think?
What do you guys think?
In the comments.
Yes, let's know in the comment section. What do you think?
Let's know in the comments.
What is our ball knowledge? 0 or 1,000 over 100? Let's know in the comment section. And then we are also going to be asking, I'm also going to be asking this question, which you can also, answer in the comment sections, by the way. Which is the worst signing this season? Would it be Florian Wirtz, who costs over £100 million? He has played 11 games, 0 goals, 0 assists in the Premier League.
Okay, give me the next person. Let me.
And then versus Sesko,
2 flops.
Sesko costs £85 million. He is a striker, a very good striker. When we heard about him that he was coming from the Bundesliga to the Premier League, we heard that he was a very good striker. He has played 11 games as well.
Just 2 goals.
He scored 2 goals and he's provided an assist.
And he's a striker.
Yeah, he's a striker. So
Florian is not even a striker.
Who is the worst? No, Florian is not a striker.
Okay, so I would have said, I would have spoken for Florian and said, he's not a striker and all or whatnot, based off of the fact that Sesko is a striker and he has just 2 goals. I mean, things like that happen. I mean, we had there was Torres in Chelsea, and for like a whole season he didn't score. Strikers have that from time to time, but for the fact that Gusto from Chelsea has more goals than Florian Wirtz. I am sorry. Florian has to be the one signing right now.
But
Gusto has more goals than you.
This road you're going. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm going to speak a little bit in Florian's favor because Gusto has been in Chelsea for 1 full year. Like, he has played 100 and what games for Chelsea, and this is
as a defender
first goal. 1 goal
as a defender.
Like, is he the only defender? Reece James is also a defender and has scored more goals than Malo Gusto has scored.
Okay, let me
for Chelsea Football Club.
When I even said Gusto, it was because I was being fair to Florian.
Okay,
I don't even want to say Reece James because that will floor him. He will not even be in the conversation.
okay. Let's say Florian versus Enzo Fernandez currently.
Florian is the worst signing. Period.
At least Enzo also cost 100 and something million pounds.
Yes,
and
we've seen Enzo, how he has
exactly.
Worked.
So let's see. Enzo
so far.
Enzo
to show that yes, the money spent on him was not in vain.
Enzo signed from Benfica for 100 and what? They will always say it's
120.
They will always say it's 120.
Please, you guys
I honestly do not think it's up to 120 versus Florian Wirtz that was signed for 130 million pounds. Who has been the worst sign? Let's look at them based on their first seasons. This is Florian's first season. 11 games in. Enzo Fernandez first season to 11 games in. What do you think?
Even on their first season, I remember it was during Pochettino's time when Enzo came on board. He was the very first person that believed in the Chelsea project. Even in that first season, so during the first few games of the season, he was called out massively. Oh, he's a flop and all whatnot. But we saw him pick up before the end of that very season. And I think Chelsea made the top 5 or so.
Top 6.
The top 6 rather.
Yeah, finished 6th.
I think we
finished 6th. Yeah, that's why we finished.
No,
6th.
we made top 5, but Manu went on to take.
Under Pochettino, we finished 6th.
Was it 6th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then Manu won the FA Cup.
No,
yes.
we finished 5th. So we're supposed to go play European football, but Manu won the FA Cup and took.
We finished 6th. We're supposed to play Europa with Tottenham.
So what happened?
Manu won the FA Cup. Automatically, they go to play Europa with Tottenham, and then we who came in 6th go to play Conference League.
No, we finished 5th.
Let's check our phones.
Let's check it.
Let's just check our phones too. You can't be arguing this thing with me.
We finished 5th.
PL table
because
23.
The only reason
24 season. This is 25, 26 year. 23, 24. That was under Pochettino. We finished 6th. How much are you going to give me?
Why would I want to give you money?
You give me money.
PL table
23, 24. Chelsea finished 6th.
Oh, we finished 6th. Oh, okay, that's fine.
How much are you giving me? Don't argue these things that concerns Chelsea with me, okay, Rachael.
But the bottom line is not. You see how bad we were that season, and yet Enzo made a mark towards the end of the season, helping his team to at least finish in the top 6. Except Florian Wirtz goes ahead and proves himself.
Yeah, I was going to say that the season is still very young.
Then
still give him
we
time.
can now, begin to compare him to these other guys. But until then, I still think he is the worst signing thus far. I'm so sorry.
Okay, but then again, I would think that there is another worst sign that nobody is even really talking about. Kekes. What is Kekes really doing at Liverpool? Kekes joined Liverpool from Bournemouth, and I've not really seen at Bournemouth you could see what he was doing, but here at Liverpool, I'm not really seeing it. I'm sorry.
I keep saying these things. I feel like we should not be judging players based off of the little teams they're coming from. I mean, of course, the fish should always be the master of the sea.
What am I saying? Kekes, I apologize. Forgive me. Forgive this woman. Isakaba.
They always be the master of the sea until you bring them to land. I think that's what's happening to him.
Siding because he even moved from the Premier League to the Premier League. He moved from a Premier League club to a Premier League club. So there is nothing like, I'm trying to adapt or anything like that. So I feel like Isak is even more of a worse signing than Florian Wirtz because he also is a big money signing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh my god,
that's true.
Liverpool literally broke the bank for him.
I
can remember I was really, really scared. I was like, oh my god, they hijacked this signing from us.
They're going to really win the Premier League for 2 seasons. But Isak is looking like, oh my god.
pretty abysmal, don't you think?
Abysmal, to say the least. Anyways,
That's true.
Thank you, Rachel, for doing this with me.
Thank you so
Say goodbye
much,
to
everyone,
our
for watching
lovely
the show. Please, we need your likes, your comments, your shares. Let us know what you think, okay? And we will be in the comments.
Give us suggestions as well for the next episode of Girls in Football. My name is Freda.
And my name is Rachael, and this is the 12th Man Show. Bye.
Yeah.